Don't ask me why I wear them. Just know that I do. And I do it well. Sup, boys? Let it warm up. Sorry about that. Psychosis here. Broly. Many other words that you may know. Yeah. Today we're going to talk about the ego death. The loss of the ego. The ego to be destroyed, only to be rebuilt. My lips are a little chapped. So this one time in band camp, no, I'm just joking. This one time, maybe like 2 years ago, when I was doing a lot of research chemicals, chemicals that have yet to be researched. Like, for example, the phetamine, I can never say it, the phetamine, or whatever the fuck it's called, 2CE. Ah, yes, 2CE. So this one time when I was taking 2CE, I thought it'd be a good idea to... Alright, so I'm going to break it down real quick before explaining this. There's your light dose. There's your medium dose. There's your strong dose. And then there's your heavy dose. Heavy being the most. And 2CE, when you snorted it, it would make it extremely stronger than when you swallowed it. And it'd kick in instantly instead of taking 2 or 3 hours. So, me being the courageous young psychonaut that I am, despite my health issues, like my heart problem, that will hopefully be away soon. Well, despite that, I decided, after doing some research on it, that I would take 3 times the heavy dose of 2CE. Snorted up my nose, so it kicks in instantly. Fuya's on her way, motherfuckers. Hell yeah. Now, anyways. So I snorted this 3 times the heavy dose of 2CE, a research chemical. And keep in mind, it's a psychedelic research chemical, slight stimulant properties. And so I basically started having synthia. Or however the fuck you would say that word, Cynthia or Synthia, I don't fucking know. But for those of you that have looked it up before, Synthia, or whatever it means. Basically what that means is flying colored letters and numbers are flying all around your head. Random letters and numbers and symbols or whatever the fuck is flying around your head in a big circle. So right when I snorted it, keep in mind I was naked when I snorted it, completely naked. I snorted that bitch, and all of a sudden, boom! Hit in the face. Flying letters and numbers and everything all around my head, completely done. Tripping hard as fuck. And I've never tripped that hard before in that point of time. And then, maybe a minute or so later, I started getting horrible tremors, almost like I was convulsing, right? My whole body just starts shaking really fast, and so I'm just like, keep in mind I'm naked, so now I'm on my floor on my knees just I'm like, I think I gotta puke. Why am I shaking so bad? Right? Scary fucking moment, especially when tripping on a research chemical. And so I'm just like, and keep in mind, while I'm shaking hard as fuck, can't control it. Got nausea up the ass and I'm tripping balls, all this letters and numbers and everything flying around my head. I get my waist basket and I'm shaking and I grab it and I start puking everywhere into this waste basket. I'm just like, just shaking like crazy. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't fucking see anything. I mean, I could see everything, so it was ridiculous. And so by this point in time, I'm kind of flipping out. And so I jump in my bed, me just trying to make it all go away. I get in the fetal position, and I cover the covers over my head. And I was looking through my covers at my ceiling. And then I was looking outside at the sky. And I was like, how can this be? Why am I looking through my covers to my ceiling and past my ceiling into the sky? And I'm just like, and all of a sudden, boom, in the blink of an eye, I was gone. Just like that. Me as I knew it was all gone. I was no longer in my body. I was this everything. All around you, the entire universe. I was that. And I was no longer confined by my human body. It's like I've finally been released. I was finally free. And yet, a speck of my ego still existed in some way. Because while I was this overall awareness, I was in a void. It was like a void of blackness. Black nothingness. It was like space pretty much. And while I was just being aware, I was just the awareness as well as just this everything. I started hearing this alien-like language. This language that I've never heard before. Had no fucking idea what the fuck it was even saying. And yeah, it's pretty fucking nuts. And then as I'm just this void of nothingness, I see my body. Or not my body, but I see the body that I reside in. And it's just floating in this void of nothingness. Just floating like a 3D model in this endless space. This timeless space that never moved. And all of a sudden, boom, just out of nowhere, I'm back in the body, in the reality as I know it. And right at the time, I was like, what the fuck? 'Cause I'm still tripping balls. I'm like, when at this time I had a shit ton of Xanax bars, right? And so I was just like, perfect time, perfect moment for Xanax bars. Grab those bitches, chomp on probably like 12 of those. Like, I put like 12 in my mouth, bro. And I was like, trying to stop the trip because I was just too gone. And this is when I knew nothing about ego death. So I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Trying to stop the trip, eating the Xanax. And then the trip slowly resided. And I was just extremely happy. Probably because of the Xanax and because I was back. Keep in mind, I didn't black out from taking the 12 Xanax bars. That's the real crazy part about it. But yeah, it's my story on 2C, bro. And no, I'm not high. Like always, my fucking god, fucking retard.